Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to review The Real Housewives of Lagos season 3 episode 10. This episode shows us Laura taking tea in her room. She says in her confessionals that
Dabota and Caroline had an altercation. I knew it was going to happen because the tension was too much.
Then they go on to the next scene. They show us Dabota and Deola, having a discussing what had happened the night before. Not just the night before, discussing about the women in the group as well.
I never want to entertain any kind of negativity. You have to know your place in people's lives and you have to respect my boundaries.
I was not there in the conversation. I've seen the pattern with every lady in the group, coming at them, lying to people's faces.
So Dadem in her confessional says that
Caroline, her personality, I don't know, sometimes she's hot, sometimes she's cold. I don't know, to me, I just feel like she's confused.
And then Dabota in her own confessional says
Caroline, I think, is struggling with feeling rejection.
Anyway, what do we expect her to say? After all that stunt that Carol pulled, right? Dabota also says that
I don't see myself ever being friends with Caroline.
So anyway, after that discussion, they now move to discussing Dabota's boo. They moved to discussing Dadem's boo. And Dadem said she'd like to see her boo. She'd like to thank him personally for the car. Then Dabota says she's seeing someone now and that she really likes the guy. He's so respectful. He likes children and whatnot. So they're just discussing their personal lives, and I just like this friendship that's forming between both of them. In fact, Dabota even says it's in her confessional.
Dadem and I are forming a beautiful friendship. I would say at this point, I would consider Dadem my friend.
Speaking about relationships,
What?
this your eyes like everything in love with.
When Dabota said that the guy is very respectful, I heard the online in the background say amen.
This guy is so respectful. Amen.
It was so funny. They then go on to discussing their daughters, and then that's where that scene ends, right? So Sophia takes the ladies paintballing. Mariam then tells the ladies that
all of you with Yash, I'm coming for your asses with the paintball.
I'm the only one among this group with no Yash. So my goal and aim is to shoot somebody's Yash.
Mariam, oh God. When they get to the venue, Carol tells them that she's not interested, she won't be participating, and then she goes to sit alone in this corner.
I cannot do that paintball, I beg. No. Okay, you guys have fun.
You're short?
Yeah, out.
No, you raise.
Anyway, the other women just decide to, go on with the game. So the instructor, Kwame, I think Kwame is the name of the instructor. So the instructor is telling them about the rules of the game. They should wear helmets. They have this attire to wear. This is how they win the game. You go to your opponent's post and get their flag and bring it back to your post and stuff like that. So it was while Kwame was explaining that Caroline came back.
Helmet is supposed to safeguard your eyes.
Okay.
If you don't love your eyes, you can take it off.
You don't shoot
Second
anybody
one
in the head.
Like Carol was the younger for to me it was giving childish behavior. That thing that she did was giving child. If you know you want to play, you stay there and you play. What is you're not interested and then you're interested? Like, what was that? I'm like, Dabota in her confessional says
Attention seeker.
and I agree, that's just attention seeking, honestly speaking. So Mariam and Sophia are captains of their team. Mariam chooses Deola and Dabota on her team, and Carol and Laura are left for Sophia's team. So they played the paintballing game. I really liked it. It was very cool. It was very light. In fact, it was like the game sort of I think kind of doused down the tension. So, and in the end, Sophia's team won, and whatever, they just laughed over it and everything. So after that, the next scene, we see Sophia going to go and check out the loft. And she told us that this is the venue she'd like to use for her private fashion show. The next thing is already evening, and Sophia put together this 5-course meal for the ladies. Sophia arrives there first, then Laura next, then Dadem, then Mariam, then Dabota. Sophia then introduces the ladies to the chef Mawuli, who had put together the 5-course meal for them, right?
Hello, Queens.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, look who have you seen tonight.
So Chef Mawuli introduces the meal to them and tells them about the inspiration of the meal and whatnot. So we see the first course meal, and we see the ladies tasting it. And I saw it was Laura's face. The way Laura had fixed her face when she took the first course meal, it was just so hilarious. But what I didn't like about this scene was that it was only that first course meal we saw. When Sophia said it was a 5-course meal, I really wish that the other meals were shown. But till the end of this episode, I didn't notice the other meals. It was just that first course meal that I saw, of which I've forgotten what it is anyway, what it was called. Another thing I liked about this dinner was that it was so classy. The women were well dressed. Everybody dressed nice. It was also a classy kind of scenario and stuff. So that's what I really liked about it.
I'm looking forward to.
So Carol then walks in. And honestly, looking at Carol's outfits, I think Carol didn't put any effort into it. So Carol comes and she greets only Sophia and Miriam. Carol and Kofina said that she was
through my mind is, God, please just stand beside me so I don't end up throwing a bottle on someone's head.
Girl, please. So Mariam asked Carol what happened the night before. Dabuta explains to Mariam that when she was talking to try to explain the situation, she was being referred to as a snake. That she felt that the person who had called her a snake had a lot of things to get off her chest. So Carol then says that she made it very clear to herself that she didn't want to sit in the same space with Dabuta for reasons best known to her. She also said she didn't want to tell everybody her experience with Dabuta, blah, 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 blah. So Mariam in her confessionals was like,
Is it that deep that we can't even have a decent dinner and communicate with each other? Is it this deep? Like, there has to be more to this. Like, this is ridiculous.
And I'm like, Mariam, there has to be more to this, or you want to hear the full gist. Which one is it? So Carol kept talking and talking and talking, and then she said, Diola said that Carol was gossiping with Mariam. At that point, I was like, why is Carol bringing Diola's name into this discussion? I don't understand. The question that was asked was, what happened between you and Dabuta? Why are you bringing Diola's name into the argument? Like, what's the point? Honestly, in this episode, let me just put it here. In this episode, Carol was just behaving like a child. That's what I'll just say. She was just behaving like a child. What is all that?
I've been nothing but nice to Dabuta and Diola. To accuse me falsely, to say things. Even you, Diola, said I was gossiping with Miriam about you.
So Carol kept talking, and then she now said it was said that she did not communicate with Dabuta that day.
Even the text message that I was texting, it was said that I never sent any mail, I never communicated. I have my phone here and I'm willing to show you all.
Said that she can show them her phone and show them the communication, right? So at that point, honestly speaking, I was expecting Carol to like pick up her phone, open the message to show to the women, but she didn't. So I want to understand because I feel like that part was edited out, definitely. Because now that she's there and she's addressing all the women, right, and she's saying that the communication was on her phone, definitely I believe that she would have brought out the phone to show the women the messages, right? But it wasn't shown, so I want to believe that it was edited out. So Diola then asked Carol, who said you never communicated? And Carol said, Dabuta. And then Dabuta then asked, when did I say that?
Who said you never communicated?
I was communicating like crazy.
Who said you never communicated?
Dabuta, you said I didn't communicate in details with you.
When exactly?
Sophia then answers Dabuta and said, you know what, last night you said you felt like Carol was on her way to you and stuff, right?
Last night you said that you felt that she was on her way to you.
Yes.
And you were at the dock for hours waiting for her.
Exactly
that was what happened.
she said. She said, I am coming to you. I've been dressed. I'll be on my way soon.
And
I
she
said,
told me see you soon. So
I'm just here with Diola. And then
Dabuta and Daden said yes. Carol had told them that she was coming to meet them, right? That was why they waited and they were expecting her. So like that's what they were trying to explain. I believe because of editing, right? The whole situation is looking hazy. It's looking funny, the whole situation. Because what I can understand so far is that the bone of contention was that Carol told them that she was coming. They waited for her. She left them there under the sun and then finally calls them and says she's going on Sophia's boats after leaving them, right? And then after saying that, she's now showing them the videos of Sophia's boats, showing them Sophia's house, showing them how they are coming to the beach house. I don't know. Like, honestly, I feel like the editing of this whole thing is what is causing the confusion here. For me as a viewer, I believe that the editing is causing confusion for me. Right? Because the thing is that it's not only Carol that came on Sophia's boat. Is that not so? Miriam also came on Sophia's boat. Or is it that Miriam's point that nobody's even talking about Miriam's issue because it was clear? Miriam's issue was clear. So why is now looking like as if maybe one person is lying or they're trying to form a story? The editing, I think, is the problem here. I think this issue is a very, very simple, straightforward issue. I don't know. Let's just see how it goes. Anyway, Carol said that she posted Sophia's house, she posted Sophia's boats, and that she apologized to Diola. So Diola says Carol didn't tell her that she'll be coming on Sophia's boots. Diola says that the last message that Carol sent her is
because you already communicated and you said see you
There is nothing to say.
and Diola in her confessional says she
First off, this conversation does not even concern me. Me hearing my name intertwined in this whole conversation is just very shocking to me.
I agree with that. Like, this issue is to be settled between Dabuta and Carol. Why Carol was calling Diola now did not make any sense to me, honestly speaking. Anyway, Diola opened the message Carol sent and passed the phone around. So everybody saw the phone. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why it was not shown when Carol also showed the message to her phone. Did Carol show the messages that she sent on her phone to the ladies? Or did she not show it? And then she did. Was it edited out? I'm confused at this point, right? But we saw Diola showing the message to the ladies. And I saw Miriam specifically reading the message, right? She didn't read it out, but she was reading the message. So along the line, Diola started raising her voice at Carol because definitely she was pissed. And at this point, I personally felt like Carol was avoiding the main issue. The main issue is this. Why did you tell Diola and Dabuta that you were in your way when you knew you were not even coming? Like, why is it that Carol is not, why is she not telling us what led her to act that way? And then why is she calling Diola's name? I feel like calling Diola in this situation is like trying to avoid, that's what it was. She's just trying to avoid what the main issue is here. Diola tells Carol to avoid her. And then Sophia in her confessional says,
First of all, I know for a fact that Caroline doesn't have any issues with Diadem.
and I'm like, are you sure? Like, Carol doesn't have an issue with Diola, how? This is the Carol that has called Diola 2,500 naira bouncer, multiple locations. This is the Carol that had called Diola somebody making a fool of herself. This is the Caroline that has said Diola had a war face. This is the Caroline that has started the narrative that Diola was squeezing her face at the bonfire. Why is Sophia saying that Carol doesn't have an issue with her? Like, the statement, I believe that statement that Sophia made, I believe she's making that statement to try to help a friend out. That's all that I see, because it is very, very obvious, very, very obvious that Carol has some sort of issue with Diola. I don't know why Sophia is trying to help her friend out. Sophia, just leave Carol alone. Let her deal with her issues with Diola. You don't need to help out. So Diola said after Dabuta's bonfire, when everybody had gone to their rooms, her PA, Mariam's PA, and Sophia's PA heard Caroline gossiping about Diola. Sophia says in her confessionals that
She tends to blow up a lot, and in all honesty, when you're trying to get your point across in an argument, raising your voice louder than the other person or just talking over them is not going to get your point across.
see, do you know what I can say about that? You see, in this life, there are some people that if you don't blow hot for them, they won't leave you alone. That's just the truth. Some people in this life, if you don't blow hot for them, if you don't show them that you too, you have small fire inside you, they will never let you be. You just have to show the other side of you for them to respect you. Like, I don't know, like, see, it's, please, I don't want it to be like I'm defending Diola or something. I don't know these women personally. And I don't think I'll gain anything by defending any of them. I'm not defending any of them, but like, you see, when someone is quiet, when someone is gentle, and I'm saying this because this is how I am, personally, in real life, this is how I am. I'm a very gentle person. I like going on my way. In fact, the way Diola is acting, that's the way I act. I'm so chill, I'm so calm, you know, everything is vibes and everything. That's how I am. But what I've come to realize is that some people mistake that behavior for being maybe a fool or for being a doormat or for being pushed around easily. They just feel like, oh, if you're like that, we can just push you anyhow. If you're talking to them calmly, nicely, in a demure and posh manner, they will not get it. To them, behaving like that towards them is like affirming what they believe about you, that they can do anything to you. So what do? When you're trying to be calm, you're trying to be mature with a certain person, and they keep coming at you, they want to even start bullying you. You have to blow hot. You should. You have to blow hot. In fact, this one that Sophia is saying she's blowing hot, what? Diola is not even blowing hot. That's what I believe. Like I said, this is reality TV, so sometimes you have to be careful the way you portray yourself. But I know if it's real life, somebody like me, it's real life. I come to the first event, it's my matter you're discussing. Second event is my matter. You are talking about my, every time you meet people, you're always bringing up my name. I'm talking about my matter, and gets back to me. I will show you. I will blow hot, and I'll scatter the place for you. Like, if you see me, you run the other way. That's just how it is. Once you are gentle, and you see people are coming at you all the time, give feedback to them straight. So, Auntie Sophia, drop that poshness, I beg. Drop it. This is the Sophia that, when she was having an argument with Dabuta, she was running her mouth. So you can, so it's okay for you to run your mouth to Dabuta, but it's not okay for Diola to do the same. Auntie, rest, I beg. So Diola said, even Miriam said a lot about her. And Miriam was like, said what about you? I'd like to hear what you said I said about you. And that she said, Miriam said that she tied Gilly to her event on purpose. Oh God. I thought we passed that Gilly issue in that episode. Like, let me continue. So Carol then says,
Even after I told you not
This
to
was
wear,
not said in front of
I was
Dabota.
talking to you. I'm talking.
and Dabuta was like, I was.
This was said in front of Dabota.
Let her talk. Wait, please, let me hear what you speak.
Not there when
Allow me to speak. Allow me to speak. You brought it up. Allow me.
was not there when that statement was made. Don't falsely accuse me. Then immediately Carol just changed her mouth and said,
This was said in the massage room.
I'm like, Carol, what's going on? What is it that you're not? I don't understand. Like, is it that you don't remember? Or you just feel like calling Dabuta? Or what is, I don't understand what's going on. Like, Carol was just like confusing me. Honestly, she was confusing me. Either she has forgotten or she was calling Dabuta's name to what? Spanish Dabuta or what? I don't get it. Like, I feel like even if you want to cause a rift between Dabuta and Diola, like this one is a really, really minor and ridiculous issue to start calling Dabuta's name into it. Like, what's going on? So they were raising their voices. And anyway, what I noticed is that all through this discussion, Sophia and Laura were both quiet, just listening to the women. So the four of them raising their voices, and then Mariam was begging them that can they just like calm down? Can they keep quiet? Like she wants to hear what Diola is going to say about her. They should just please calm down. She wants to hear what Diola is going to say about her. So they all calm down, right? They started talking about it like you gossip about me, so and so. because I'm married, so it kind of like the discussion turned into what the real definition of gossip is about. So they were arguing what gossip is about between two of them.
You type daily on purpose, blah, 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 and then she goes, oh, that she said,
We both said it in the
she would have
massage
also
room.
done same.
But I told you already before. I told you this.
I don't have a problem with
you and I
it.
have told you already.
I don't
already
have
had
a
a plan to do my gele.
My darling,
I told you, how is that a
have a
gossip?
problem with it.
Wait, so, okay,
My
so
own
because
is,
it's a
as long
gossip.
as you're seated, you're talking about me behind my back. I wasn't there. It's still a gossip. Whether
It's
or not
not a
I was
gossip if
there
I
or
addressed
not,
you before even that
no
sits
wahala.
down.
You are
Miriam in her confessionals was mentioning something like in the lines of, if I say something about you behind you and then I come to you personally and I say the same thing, I believe it's no more gossip. They were just repeating what gossip was about. So after that, Diola tells Carol, just avoid her, just avoid me. And Carol was even just doing, I don't even see you, I don't see you. Carol, you see her, that's why you always talk about her. You see her very well. Carol in her confessional was saying,
I am not in any way in your clique. Your best can never be better than my average in this life.
Miriam was then telling the women that there's nothing that she says behind anybody's back that she cannot repeat in the presence of the person, right? She was saying, she said, there's no way that I've said something about this girl. There's a way she pointed to Diola about this girl. And I just saw Debuta just remove Mariam's hand like,
On this table, among this group of ladies, heaven and earth knows. Except you want to go around and be getting angry unnecessarily that I've said anything bad about this girl. What I said.
honestly, see these two women, Diola and Debuta. Oh, God, I love the way their friendship is growing. I love the way their friendship is going. For Debuta to do that, it shows that she really cares about Diola and she's ready to defend Diola at any point in time. Anyway. And then again, that thing Miriam did, that hand gesture, it was disrespectful. Very, very disrespectful. Like, let me continue. Diola was saying that if the first time that she came to this group, right, in Laura's store, that if Laura remembers, she was saying something like, if she doesn't care about you, she will not rate you. Yes, I remember her saying that. She won't rate you if she doesn't care about you. When she was like describing herself, I remember that. And then Carol was then telling her,
Does she even rate herself? Does she even know her worth? Someone that has identity issues.
I'm like, is this the person that Sophia is saying does not have any issues with Diola? Is this how you sound when you don't have issues with someone? Sophia, right? Like at this point, I believe like Sophia is acting slippery. So Diadem said anyway, she and Miriam, they talked about their issues, they settled it. Miriam said, okay, Diadem, what about your issue with Carol? Both Carol and Dabuta said they are not interested in settling the issues between them. They're not interested. Carol was then explaining that she doesn't really have the energy for it, and the only mistake that she made was being nice. She now said the only person that has won in this situation is Laura, because whenever Laura comes for an event, when the event is done, Laura carries her bag and goes back home. And she should have just been like Laura. She should have just carried her bag and gone back home. Until you will not carry your bag and go back home. You won't carry your bag and go back home because you're looking for drama. That's why you will not be able to take your bag and go back home. And then again, I was now wondering, why are you now calling Laura? Like, this girl was just behaving like a child. Honestly, in this episode, she was just acting like a child. Okay, the original issue is what happened between you and Dabuta. You called Diadem. You called Miriam. You are now calling Laura. Why? She's just doing, I believe that she was just doing all these things to avoid the real issue between she and Dabuta. That's what I believe. I remember Laura saying in her confessional somewhere that she doesn't want to be involved in whatever that issue is. And that's just the best thing. Like, I love that Laura can see that it's sort of some game and Laura is not ready to play. That's what Carol was then telling Adiola that
Even if it's cowrie, you don't have a rate.
I don't rate you.
Even if it's cowrie, even if it's shilling,
I do not
you
rate
don't have
you
a rate.
whatsoever.
I know your rate,
Rest.
shilling and peanuts.
see, when you are having an argument or a misunderstanding with someone and they want to immediately start pointing out that maybe you are poor or you don't have money or something, they want to start pointing that immediately. Let me tell you guys, that thing is reverse psychology. Whenever you see that, just know that reverse is always the case. This means that, from what Carol just said, it means that Diola is more financially stable than her, Carol. And then that's why she's saying that, to bring Diola down. I don't know if you get it, to make Diola feel less of herself. And I believe that's where the whole issue is even coming from. That is what I personally believe. That's where this whole issue is coming from. Diola and Dabuta are both better financially placed than Carol. And it gives her sleepless nights. That's why she's now obsessed with them, obsessed with talking shit about them all the time. That's how I see it. After Carol said the issue with shillings and peanuts, Mariam was just doing.
And a whoop. And a whoop.
Whoop. And I'm like, this Mariam, you're just a joke. This lady is just a joke at this point. I whoop what? I whoop for what? It's not even a shade. I beg. After everything, right, Sophia then says that she.
Honestly, I want for us to be able to air out our differences and move past it.
Absolutely.
Why is Sophia suddenly being the therapist of the group? I don't understand. Why is she suddenly being the therapist of the group? Where is it coming from? Dabuta said that she would like to address a point that Carol made. And then Carol says, you know what, I'm done with this dinner. You're done with the dinner, how now, auntie? Good. And Carol wanted to walk out, and Sophia said,
Caroline, I'm still speaking. You can't walk out on me. Carol, let me finish. You can't
No,
walk
I'm
out on
done,
me.
Sophia.
Sophia says that she was making a point and she hadn't finished, so Carol should just wait. It would not be fair if Carol should just walk out like that. Let Carol hear out first, you understand? Carol sits back, right, and waits for what Sophia has to say. Sophia says again that whatever differences that they have, right, she want them to talk about it and move past it, and then it's at this point that Carol just gets up and walks out on them.
Let me finish. I have a point to make. You can't walk out on me now. It's not fair. I will not sit here and pretend like I don't want us to move past this. Whatever our differences are on this table, we will move past it before we leave this table.
Sophia, I'm done. I'm done.
I thought two things when this happened. The first is this: Carol walking out on them after Sophia has said that she wants them to move past their issue and whatnot just shows that Carol doesn't have any respect for Sophia at this point. You see, in this life, it's not everything that someone will say. There's also something called non-verbal communication. You don't have to talk to me. You just have to act sometimes. And I already know what to think about me. The first time Carol disrespected Sophia was in the previous episode, episode 9, where because she was discussing with Dabuta, what had they even said? They hadn't even said anything. You are a snake. Don't refer to me as a snake. And then she got up. She was moving close. And what? And then she broke whatever she broke there. That's disrespect. That's disrespect. Sophia had organized this event, has called you ladies out, or she had called you ladies out to come to this wonderful restaurant, and then you're breaking stuff in the restaurant. How do you think the restaurants will view Sophia from that moment on? Anytime Sophia wants to come next time, it will always be at the back of their mind that Sophia has these violent friends that will break our property in this place. So it's a sort of disrespect. And what did Sophia even say? Like, let's talk about the communication part. You understand? Dabuta is saying you did not communicate with her. Let's talk about it. And is that enough reason to break whatever she broke? So that's the first time Carol disrespected Sophia. Now, this is the second time. Sophia is begging, can you wait behind? Let's talk about this. It will not be fair if you walk out on me. Sophia actually specifically said it. It will not be fair if you walk out on me. And she still walked out. What does that mean? She has no regard for Sophia. And I don't think Sophia has realized that Carol has no regard and no respect for her. I don't think so. Because if she has realized, she won't say it in the confessionals that Carol doesn't have anything against her there. She won't be trying to defend Carol. See, sometimes in relationships or in friendships, when you are building up a friendship with someone, you have to be noticing some things along the line so that you do not get hurt in the future when that relationship ends. From this point now, like I said, Carol has no respect and no regard for Sophia. If Sophia is observant and she has noticed this, she will tread carefully with Carol. But I don't think she has noticed it. Let's just see how it goes. That's my first point about Carol walking out. The second point is this. Carol was walking out. I believe Carol is walking out because she doesn't want to talk about the issue that she has with Dabuta. Whatever the issue is. Whether it's the issue of her not coming. And it says a lot. It says a lot for her not to, it says a lot for her to not to want to talk about the issues that she has with Dabuta. The first issue there now is the communication part. Did you or did you not tell Dabuta that they should wait for you are coming? Why is it that she doesn't want to talk about it? This is what they brought up in episode 9 that caused her to break whatever she broke. They're bringing it up again. She's walking away. Why is she walking away? Like, so I believe that she's really, really avoiding the issue of the issues that she had brought up that Dabuta, or the issues that she brought up that she had with Dabuta. She's really, really avoiding talking about it. And I'm just wondering why. Like, why don't you want to talk about it? Like, at this point, I've already formed my opinion about Carol, but I won't say it now. Maybe there will be cause for me to mention my opinion in the near future, but for now, I don't want to say anything. All I can say for now is that she's just acting like a child. Because it's a child that will bring up an issue, and then when you want to discuss it with the child runs away. Anyway, Carol just leaves. And after Carol leaves, Sophia continues what she's saying.
What I was trying to say on the table before Caroline left is that I feel like we're all matured women here. And we all run beautiful businesses. And for some crazy reason, we all are girl moms here. Some of us have boys and girls. But at the end of the day, we're all raising women young ladies that we want to be standard women in this society and in life, period. I believe that we should be the example that we teach. We cannot be going around in circles. We are not 16.
Like, I ask again, why is Sophia taking on the role of therapist at this point? Why? I don't like, where is it coming from? I don't get it. Where is it coming from? Is it part of a script or something? Is it part of a script, or is that what the production team had told her to do? Because I'm not saying where is it coming from? It's just coming out of nowhere. Anyway, Dabuta then tells Sophia that in as much as she agrees with what Sophia is saying, Sophia should also give people time to heal. Even if they disagree, she should give people time to heal. And I agree 100%. You can't force. It's like it almost looks like they are trying to force. The women are trying to force Dabota and Caro to now form that smooth relationship back. No, it doesn't work that way. Yeah, she said, give everybody time to heal. I agree with her 1000%. Give me time to heal. Let me just sort it out. First of all, she even needs to relax. She even needs to rest from whatever all this is before she can now start working on the healing process. Like, it's not by force, honestly speaking. Next day, Sophia goes to R&R store where she meets Jocelyn Dumas. Jocelyn Dumas is a Ghanaian actress that we all know and we all love. So she goes to meet her. She personally invites her for the private fashion event. She also meets Gigi there, and she says Gigi is the woman who had arranged the gift bag that was at the villa when the ladies got there. Next scene, we see Carol call Miriam on the phone and tells Miriam that Miriam should come to her room. She would like to talk to her. Miriam comes to her room, and then Carol apologizes to Miriam for working out on them the night before. Anyway, maybe because of editing, right? Maybe we won't see where Carol is apologizing to the other women, but at least we see this one where she's apologizing to Miriam. So Miriam asks Carol for what Dabuta did that triggered her, right? And Carol says when she saw Dabuta at Miriam's tea party, something triggered her and she decided to be cordial. I like what Miriam said in her confessional.
For me, I thought Dabuta and Caroline were very close. So for you to even go to someone's house, you have to be very close.
Miriam, help me ask her. Like, help me ask her.
This is a woman that ensured that I did not get a job in this Nigeria as a last year.
Carol then repeated her story again, sounding like a broken record. Story about Ehi. This woman, she did not want me to have a job. She even this Carol story keeps taking a new dimension every day. Every single day keeps taking a new dimension. Carol says that he's the reason why she didn't get any job in Nigeria the whole of last year. Wow, I didn't know he was this powerful, honestly speaking. I personally don't know if he can do it. If he can be that, is that powerful to make sure that Carol doesn't get any job for a whole year. Please, I need his plug. Somebody, please plug me to a because you can do it that Carol doesn't have any job. Then she can do it that somebody else can have jobs for a whole year. Please, somebody help me tell his logo. I need job, I beg, because I don't understand. Like, where is this one coming from? Carol was not explaining with passion. She was just explaining it.
Why would you, a woman, come and take food away from my mouth? What did I do to you? If I don't work, Miriam, how will I survive? Don't take food from me. What did I do you?
At this point, I sound like, okay, it's not only my, like, so the issue with Ehi now, it's not only marriage, it's not only job, it's not only invitation to a party, it's now also about food. Okay, all right, no problem. My thoughts, honestly, my thought about all this is, I believe Carol should come up with another storyline. Like, she's overemphasizing on this story, and day by day, the story is just not making any sense to me, personally. Personally, it's not making any sense to me. It's unbelievable. It's getting unbelievable by the moment. So I just wish that there was another storyline. There was something else that could cause drama between these women. This one is long overdue. It has been overstretched. And it's not getting any further. This one has reached its breaking points. Another storyline has to be brought up. I'm already tired of hearing this too. Just Miriam says, so it's not really Dabuta that you have the issue with. It's this other woman that you have an issue with. And Carol says yes. And then again, that's why I said Carol is acting like a child. If you have an issue with Ehi, you take out your anger on Ehi. Dabuta is not Ehi in any way. Even if Dabuta is Ehi's daughter, you don't have any rights to take out whatever Ehi has done on Dabuta. Not to now talk of Ehi being like a friend as close as his sister. You don't have any right to do that. Like, Miriam tells Carol to calm down, and Miriam says in her confessional she'll have to talk to Dabuta to hear her own side of the story too, which is the right thing to do. The next thing, Laura relaxes by the pool, and Diadem comes to join her, and they get to talking about Carol. And then Laura says she doesn't think Carol means ill. Like, Carol has always said nice things about Diadem whenever Diadem is not there. What do I think? This is the second time and the second person that is trying to clear the rift between Carol and Diadem. And I'm wondering why. Why is that? Laura doesn't care for Carol, right? Laura doesn't care. If she did care, she wouldn't have called Dabuta to that restaurant and given Dabuta a heads up. Laura doesn't care about Carol. She doesn't care if Carol fights all the women in this group. It's not going to be her business. So why is Laura then lying for Carol? I believe one more time that probably production has something to do with this. Production has something to do with this. Maybe, I don't know, is it that they are scared? Is it that they are afraid that after this show, Dabuta and Diadem are not going to be on talking terms with Carol? Like, who cares? Nobody cares. It was Carol that started up all this drama. Why is everybody running around to help her, to clear her name? That's how I see it. I feel like the hand of production. The hand of production is working. I can see it clearly. For Laura to say, like, Laura was really, really trying to make Carol look like she is a very nice person and she really, really loves Diadem and whatnot. But I'm so happy that Diadem did not believe. Diadem did not believe what Carol was saying. And of course, it's quite obvious. Like, how will you believe that? Diadem asks Laura if Carol's behavior is a pattern. It makes sense to ask that question at this point. It does. Laura explains her issue with Carol in season 1.
So one of the reasons why I actually wanted to talk to Caroline about what we had or the problems we had like a few years ago was because I've taken responsibility for starting it. And then when I start, I do not have a right to tell you how to react.
How to react.
Do you understand?
Okay. Now, this was the answer that Laura gave Dadem when Dadem asked if Carol's behavior is a pattern. And I believe that, to me, I'm not seeing the importance, personally, I'm not seeing the importance of this answer. To me, it doesn't answer the question correctly. It doesn't answer the question Dadem asked correctly. Why? Because whatever Laura just said is not relatable to Dadem. It has no bearing on Dadem. Why am I saying this? We didn't except it was edited out. Except it was edited out. We do not see anywhere where Dadem was the one that started off something with Carol. And then that's what's making Carol to react this way. We do not see it. In season 1, we saw it, right? Laura was sending nasty messages to Carol in their WhatsApp group chats. And so that was what pissed Carol off, and she came at each other, right? But here we do not see anything like that. So answering the question with that kind of statement is not the right answer. That's what I just believe. It's not the right answer. And like I said again, I believe the hand of production is in this. For Carol to want to defend, or for Carol to want to clean up, for Laura to want to defend and clean up Carol's image, I believe production. Maybe they are just afraid that maybe they are just afraid. Maybe production is afraid that Carol will be seen as the villain this season. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it will be explained later, but I don't know what's going on. Let's see what goes. Let's see what happens. The next thing is the day of the fashion event. Carol is the first person to arrive.
Oh yeah. Ooh, bubbly.
Then Laura arrives next.
Miss, did you see that dress?
So Laura was talking about some of Sophia's pieces that they saw at Lofts, and Laura was just like, wow, these are wonderful dresses and what not. And at that point, it just clicked to me, and I remembered, is it a season 1 or season 2 that Laura started her own collection as well? And it just occurred to me, like, I haven't heard anything about Laura's collection this season. Like, what happened? Like, is she still doing it, or did he pack up or something? Like, it just occurred to me that we haven't seen that part of Laura's business, and I don't know, maybe it will be shown later. Maybe it will come up in further episodes. Viola is the next person that comes, and she greets only Laura.
I'm walking into I thought it was small like this.
Well,
Before I fall.
I love your shoes.
Thank you.
So, Akpa.
I do. Mwah. Laura is sweet. I mean,
Mariam comes next, then Dabuta.
Hello, ladies.
Hey.
How are you?
Model of the day.
Yes,
Our very own Nigerian Naomi Campbell. How are you, my baby? An Atlanta Naomi Campbell.
Girl.
I know. Walk the runway.
Dabuta tells us that she stocks her products at Lofts, and that even the person who owns Lofts is her childhood friend. Then Sophia comes in last and greets everybody.
Oh my God. Hey, you look so beautiful. Hi, Sophia. Oh.
She welcomes them to the fashion event. They are all wearing something that is called Sophia Adire. It has this signature sign on it. Laura is the only person who is not wearing this Sophia Adire. And I didn't understand it at first. I thought maybe hers wasn't made, until later we now discovered that Laura is the MC. And so that's why she wasn't wearing the Adire with them. Right. Clem Dumas comes in. She sits next to Carol, and they just introduce themselves. Sophia introduced Jocelyn to the women. Jocelyn sees Dabuta, and she just recognizes Dabuta immediately, and she tells Dabuta that she really loves Dabuta's highlighter, is her to-go highlighter. And Dabuta also says Jocelyn has been like a long-standing customer for years, like she's been buying products for years, and she just really appreciates it. Like, Jocelyn then faces Carol and says, you know what, I love your movies. And then that's when they remember that they've acted the movie together previously in the past. And that's how from nowhere, right? Carol now started introducing Diola to Jocelyn.
That's Diola's what? She has a very successful makeup brand.
And I'm like, Carol, what's going on now? What's happening?
We met?
Yeah, we still was in Nigeria.
Diola in the dining room was now. Diola in the dining room was like,
Who asked you? I got any brand go and sorrow. Who asked you? Everybody knows Betty by day. I didn't need Caroline to be my mouthpiece. More appreciate it, but unnecessary.
Laura comes back with the mic, acting all jovial, making everybody to laugh. She just takes over as the MC. The models come out, modeling Sophia's outfit. After the models come out and walk the wrong way, right? Then Sophia then introduces them to this Ghanaian singer, Ghanaian musician, Efia. Efia is singing, the women are enjoying the music, they dance, it was just such a wonderful sight. Then each of them walked the wrong way. Starting from Caroline, they all walked the wrong way as well with their own attire. In the end, Jocelyn gives a toast and they all cheer. So that's the end of this episode. I won't specifically say my thoughts because I think I've already stated them while making the review. But again, I emphasize, Carol is acting like a child. And I think production has something to do with Sophia and Laura trying to make light or trying to make them see Carol in a different light, of which I think is not necessary. If them and Carol want to have issues that are going to result in drama in the future, please just allow them to. Like, that is what we're even here for in the first place. So that's that for this review. See you in the next one. Bye.
I've never actually gone paintballing, so I'm excited to go paintballing. Maybe I can shoot Carolyn.